Good morning. Today I would like to do a tutorial on corner to corner crochet. It's a lovely stitch. All these colors make it a little bit difficult to see, so I'm going to do the tutorial in the plain color, but it's so versatile and a really nice stitch to make a blanket from. So here you literally, as the name says, you're working from the one corner like that, and then you decrease to make your garment. So wherever you get to when you're there, you've used half your amount of wool, so it's a good tip and suggestion to know that you've got at least that amount of wool to complete the other side. I've been caught out on that a couple times, and yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Okay, let's get going on making our corner to corner little swatch. And I think I've actually do a modified version of the actual corner to corner crochet, because when I started, it started with 6 chains, but I've actually modified it to start with 5. Well, let me show you what I mean. Okay, so you chain your 5, 4 and 5. Now the stitch you use is double crochet. So in that case, we're going to leave the first 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, and go into the 4th stitch and do a double crochet. So there we go. Pull through 2, pull through 2, and then you've got one more stitch there, you can see, which you're going to do a double crochet there as well, into the last stitch, pull through and pull through. Okay, that's your first little start. Then you are going to chain 5 again and do exactly the same thing. You're going to miss the first 3, go into the 4th one there and do 2 double crochets. Now, okay, to join them, you're going to turn that around. You can see it, that's how it was. You're just going to turn that around, and then you're going to slip stitch into the top there. This is the most complicated part of everything. Once you've got that organized, the rest is easy. Okay, so that's what you do. Then you're going to chain 3, and you're going to do 3 double crochets into this little bar here. Okay, so you've got your 1 with your chain 3, then you're going to go in there, you're going to do your 2nd double crochet, and then you're going to do your 3rd. I was saying I do a modified version. I'll still show you. I think the actual one, the actual stitch is a little bit bigger, or what you do is you chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then you go into you miss your first 3 and go into the 4th one. And you can do this, of course, as well, but I just do the modified version. It's a little bit quicker, and you hardly notice the difference. You do your 3, and then instead of having 3 stitches, 3 double crochets, you end up with 4 of them into the last one, like that. Other than that, it is exactly the same. It's just, that's how it will look if you chain 3. If you chain 6, and that's what it looks like if you chain 5. But both times you're skipping the first 3 and going into the 4th one, and continuing like that. Okay, so we've got our first little corner there, the first 3 little squares, and to carry on as we were doing, you're going to chain your 5 again, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, miss the first 3, go into the 4th, do your double crochet, and then including your 3 chains, and your next one you've got 2, and your last one into that last chain, and then you've got 3 bars that make up your square. Okay, so that's our 4th little square. Right, so you're always looking for the bar to slip stitch into. So that's where we were. You're going to turn it around again, because that's the bar there. You see, that's the last stitch there. You won't be slip stitching into where the stitches are. You're going to be looking for the bar. Okay, so you turn it like that and slip stitch into that bar like that. Okay, and then we've done our 4th little square, and you do your chain 3, which is your first stitch of your next square, another double crochet into the middle, and your last double crochet. You're always going to be having 3 double crochets that make up your square in this method here. Okay, there we go. You've got your 5th block, and you look for your bar, which is there. Nice easy one to find, no flipping. There, and slip stitch in there. Okay, so you've nearly got your entire next bit of the corner. For this one, you're going to chain 3 again. When you come to a bar, you're going to do your 3. Okay, so there's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, there we've got 6 little blocks of our corner, and then you carry on exactly the same. You start by chaining your 5, 3, 4, and 5, yarning over, skipping your first 3, going into the 4th one, which is that one there, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now you've got 2 bars that make up your square. We need our last one, so let's go find that stitch. There it is. In you go, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay, now you're going to be looking for your bar, so you flip it like that, because there's your bar, and you slip stitch into the bar. Now you've got a bar there, so you're going to be doing your 3 double crochets, and your first one is always a chain 3, yarn over, and do your next double crochet and your 3rd one. Okay, now you look for your bar, which in the middle here is easy to find, right there, and slip stitch. Okay, now you've got your bar, so you're going to do a chain 3 and 2 more onto that bar, into that space. Okay, now you're going to look for your bar to slip stitch, which is once again right at the top there, and slip stitch. You've got a bar there, so you chain 3 and do another 2 double crochets, and you've got another line of your corner. So there we've done 1, 2, 3 rows. Okay, you're going to carry on exactly the same. If you're a little bit confused, please go back and check, but you carry on exactly the same until your blanket is half the size you're wanting it to be diagonally. So I'm going to carry on, and I'm going to do a few more rows. I'm not going to make a big swatch. I think probably do another 2 rows, I think, and then I'm going to show you how to do the other side when you're decreasing. Okay, so I'll see you in a second when I've got a few more rows, and then we'll do the decrease. Okay, I've done 6 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to make the other half. All right, so to do that, you're going to turn your work and you are going to slip stitch so that you get to the 3rd stitch. So you slip stitch into the next one. Remember, slip stitch is just in, pull through that one, and then pull through the next one into the next one. Sometimes that's quite hard. You can go into the bar as well, pull through and pull through. Okay, now you're there. You see, that's your corner. See your corner done. You put it nicely like this. You can sort of get an idea of what it's going to look like. So that's your corner done, and from there you turn it, you've got your bar there, so you're going to do your chain 3. You're going to do your next one, and you're going to do your next one, so that you've got your 3 double crochets along the bar. Okay, then you turn it, find your bar, slip stitch and slip stitch, chain 3, do your next one and your next one, turn it, slip stitch, chain 3. All this remains the same. The middle of the square, of the row, should I say. All this is exactly the same. Get your 3 bars, slip stitch to the top, do your 3 chains, do your next until you get to the end of the row, which we nearly are. 2 more. Okay, find the top, slip stitch there, chain 3, and do your last 2. Okay, so there we are. You're going to slip stitch to the top. Let's get some wool here. Slip stitch to the top, and we're not making it any bigger. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn our work, and once again we're going to slip stitch along to get to the end. So slip stitch into the next stitch, slip stitch into the next stitch, oops, and slip stitch into the last one to get you to where you need to be. Okay, there we go. There's our corner, and we're decreasing now. Okay, so now you've got your bar there. So once again, you do the same. You're going to do the same until you're done. 2 more double crochets, look for the bar, slip stitch, chain 3, okay, until we get to the other side, and then I'll show you once again how to do the corner. Okay, we're not making it any bigger, so as soon as you get to the end, you're going to slip stitch, turn your work, slip stitch to the end, that's the 3 of them, and then you've made another row, and your squares 1 row closer to being finished. Okay, we got a few more. I'm going to carry on exactly the same, and then I'll just show you how it ends off. Okay, I'll see you in a few rows time. There's our square with 1 more block to go. So to do the last block, you're going to do exactly the same. Turn it, there's your bar, chain 3, do your last 2 double crochets, and slip stitch to that stitch. What I usually do is I turn it and then I do the slip stitches here, because it just has a way of straightening it off. I mean, this isn't perfectly straight, but it helps to make it look the same as the other stitches. So slip stitch, slip stitch, and slip stitch, and then you're right in the corner and you have your little block of corner to corner. And this, of course, you can make as big as you like. I've made a couple big blankets, I think for double beds. I made one as a wedding present for special friends, and I made one for my best friend, a yellow and grey and white one. So yeah, so much fun. And you sort of watch TV. It becomes quite not mindless, but you don't need to concentrate as hard, and you can just go and go and go until you've got this massive, beautiful blanket. Okay, so that's your corner to corner. Not difficult at all. I hope you enjoyed that and that you feel comfortable now with corner to corner. And yeah, I appreciate you watching right till the end. I would really appreciate you liking and subscribing and possibly leaving a comment. I'd love to know where you're from. I am from Cape Town, South Africa. I would love to know where you guys are from. I've got like 14 subscribers now, and I think they're all currently from South Africa. So if you're from elsewhere, or if you're also from South Africa, I would love to know. Please let me know, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for joining me.